Oh, yeah. Come on, boys. Play me something worth sipping to. Here we go now. All right. Welcome to American Whiskey, where we talk about two of my favorite things, America and whiskey. So grab a glass, grab some ice, drink it neat, drink it however the hell you want. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about where the hell this country's headed. Yeah. Cheers. All right, now. That's enough, boys. All right, let's talk. Welcome back to American Whiskey. As always, I'm your favorite host in the whole entire world, Big Sturge. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're live with us or listening after the live. Over on the other side of the studio, we have Justice League.
How's it going?
And kind of catty corner in the back there, hiding from us all. He's the one that sat in the back of the school bus all of his life, Uncle Joey.
Hey, what's happening?
So sit back, relax, grab a bourbon, grab a whiskey, grab a shine, grab some whatever it is you sip on. Sit back, relax, and let American Whiskey take you away this Sunday evening. Here we go. This is new, Dylan. You're up.
I wasn't sure what number we were on here. All right. How's it going, everyone? We just want to stop real quick and thank you for your continued support. We want to shout out a few ways that you can reach us. As always, it's email at americanwhiskey@gmail.com, Instagram at America_whiskey, Facebook and YouTube at America and Whiskey, and new today, Anthony Sturgeon. You want to talk about what we just started?
We got us the talk tick or whatever.
Talk tick. We're doing talk ticker.
We got the talker ticker.
And that is America_whiskey as well.
Man,
Yeah,
you mean
yeah.
I got to download TikTok now?
Yes,
I might be one
you
of the
do.
handful of Americans that do not have TikTok.
So there was something interesting
Son of a-
that Dylan, was that it? That's all of our media, right?
Yeah, that's all of
Okay.
them right now.
So
Who knows? We might have MySpace at the end of the
and a
night.
website soon, hopefully. So I think the bartender is working on that for us. He's been kind of moved into a managerial role, man. He's getting a new logo going. He's getting website put up. There's a lot of stuff coming, guys. So you would definitely want to keep an eye out. Uncle Joe, we talked today, and you said, man, the coolest thing over the last week is how many new followers we've gotten.
Man, we've jumped what I've noticed, at least 12, 15, but
Just in a matter of 24 hours.
yeah, just in a matter of a couple of days. I know we've added a couple. So we really appreciate everybody that's liked, shared, and followed and rated on any site that any of the platforms that we're on. We appreciate all you guys.
Do you
a
know
lot.
what those platforms are, Uncle Joe?
We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're on YouTube now, and I think we're on that TikToker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got
We're
down.
also on Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcast. I'm sorry.
So what if you listen to American Whiskey on any of those platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts? What should you do, Uncle Joey?
Well, you should like, download, share, and give us 5 stars on your rating.
Yeah. 5. A big 5. So, all right, guys. Now, Uncle Joey, we're sitting back. It's a Sunday. We want to chill. We want to have a good time. We're all feeling lazy because no one wants to work tomorrow. Am I correct?
Man,
I don't work tomorrow.
Mondays.
Other than you.
All right, Dylan.
Butthole.
Dylan, you have a good night.
Yeah, see you. Mute him.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
No, don't cut his mic. He'll act like a fool.
Who doesn't?
Jason. Did you remember that? He's like, you muted me. So
Oh, well.
what are we sipping on here, Uncle Joey? It looks like you created the Uncle Joey old fashioned, right?
Yes.
Do you want to break down what you used and how you made that?
My wonderful daughter, Lauren Atkins, her and her husband were on vacation. She brought me back some honey from South Carolina. It's orange blossom honey. I believe it says it's aged in Angel Envy barrels. So I made some honey syrup this afternoon before I came over, and I'm having a benchmark top floor old fashioned with chocolate bitters and some of that delicious honey syrup that I made. You gentlemen, I believe, are having old fashions, but I used
Yes, I haven't even tried it yet.
small batch. I think I'm used benchmark small batch, and but this is my second one.
Cheers, boys.
So yeah, let's cheers these fellas. I know,
Oh, they're good.
yeah, they're good. The honey syrup, I'm a fan of honey syrup in the old fashions. And
Every time we
oh,
make some, they're good. So I don't know. You're always like, this one's really good. I'm like, they're always good.
Yeah.
I finally have it down thanks to my son Jacob Kendall that made it clear I was using way too much bitters. Thank you, Jacob.
I mean, he did say he can make a better one than you.
Well, now I listened to him when he was
did.
here one time, so I backed
did.
down my bitter usage, and I upped my bourbon usage a little bit. I
I
used
liked it
two-
better with more bitters.
You did? So
Yeah.
okay, well, I'll go a few more dashes then.
I like-
I
I
won't
like
put
it.
as much.
I like a couple extra dashes.
All
on
right,
the,
I'll dash them up then. All
the
right,
bitters, brother.
and then
I knew something wasn't right.
here in a little bit, I don't know how soon we're going to get into it, but Dylan,
Dylan's gonna bring that in, Uncle
okay,
Joey.
oh my bad, go right
You
ahead.
sit your ass back and stay in your lane, Uncle Joey.
Sorry.
So, all right, Dylan, what do you think about this old fashioned?
As always, I haven't had an old fashioned that he's made that's been bad.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I wouldn't say this is one of my favorites based on what he made it with, because last time he made one with the 4 grain was
Mhm.
phenomenal.
That
But
was solid,
this
brother.
is still a solid old fashioned.
Thank you, sir.
Uncle Joey, I did decide, I'm not gonna have a whole lot to drink tonight,
None of us
but
are.
I decided I'm gonna drink more than I thought I was gonna drink
Because of how good that is.
because I'm gonna have you make me one with a billy goat.
Ooh.
Oh.
I want to try a billy goat on this, man.
Hey, when he did that with mine, it was phenomenal.
I've never had one in a billy. Uncle Joe, you don't gag like that on this. That just made me puke in my mouth.
What
I'm
was
sorry.
that?
He
That sounded like he had
Billy
a
goat.
you know what in his throat.
Billy goat.
I don't want to go into detail, but it
Anyway.
sounded like he was
I mean, we did just have a pretty funny comment.
Moving on.
who
Doug-
from who.
Doug Ketterman said mellow corn.
Listen, how about you don't comment on here until you get in studio and get your damn bottles that are about to get opened.
I'm about to
Yeah.
open one right in front of you.
We're
Doug.
about to
now.
put like a note out where we like on studio and just hold it and be like, Doug Ketterman, you have 20 days to bring your bottle. And after that, we're going to open one a week until we open them all.
And we're gonna drink it until they're gone.
And we're, yes.
I was about to say, we're not even going to drink it. We're just going to take the lid off and let it sit.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm drinking it.
Yeah, we're drinking them.
I don't waste
I was
good
going to say,
whiskey.
Dylan, you may get booted out of this right now.
He said,
We
y'all
don't-
figure out a damn date. I tried.
Damn, no, you didn't try,
Oh,
Doug. I
Doug.
tried, and then I had to cancel because of family reasons.
One day,
But
Doug. One day.
Tuesday we'll be here. We'll be here Tuesday, Doug. If you
Doug
can make
needs
it
to
over.
figure out what day works for him, and we will
Yeah.
actually do a podcast on that day.
Yeah.
Just for Doug.
So possibly Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
all right, Dylan, what did you I guess you hadn't cleaned your house in a while and you said you found some bourbon sitting around in the corner of a room.
Oh, no, it wasn't that I hadn't cleaned in a while. I just moved a TV box.
I like how you did that, Anthony.
And behind the TV
Such a
box from where I
troll.
moved my whiskeys, there was an ancient age 10-star bottle sitting there.
How long ago did you get a new TV?
I keep my box.
Anthony,
What do you
Sorry.
get?
moving on.
The box was in the corner of the room.
Gotcha.
Moving on.
All right, so you move the box and boom, that bitch is sitting right
Yeah,
there.
it was sitting right there.
It said, "Drink me, Dylan."
It said this bottle immediately to the studio.
I mean, it hadn't been there that long. There was no dust on the bottle,
Mhm.
so it hadn't been sitting there that long. But this is a 90.
But it was there long enough for you to not remember.
Okay, I don't
You
remember
bring
what
your-
I did last week.
Here's what
I'll be
we
honest
do.
with you.
You bring your whiskey here, and I keep a
That's
tabs
normally
on it.
what happens.
Well, see,
Lies.
here's what you must. Here's the difference between me and you, and there's nothing wrong with me being this way. I really love this bottle. So if one of these bottles was in my house, I would go to
You'd
bed.
know right
I
where it
would
was.
go to bed at night and know where this bottle
Yeah.
was.
Well, Uncle Joey, the
I
problem
would
with
tuck
that
it
is
in.
No, I would just know where that bottle was when I went
Yeah.
to bed at night.
no.
I'd be
The
like,
problem was I had 2 of these,
what?
so I drank the one, and I just totally forgot I had another one.
Lies.
But anyway, moving on.
So
first off, you just drank a whole one without us.
Wait,
You
that's a
ass
whole
hat.
nother story. Yeah.
well,
yeah,
me first
boot
off,
him.
me and Anthony talked about this.
Majority rules.
We talked about this,
Yawn.
and we just never got to bringing it over. Well, I didn't. So
All right, Dylan. We'll
this
give
is
you
a
this one.
90 proof bourbon. It's aged 6 years.
It's delicious.
I will wait for you guys to taste it to let you know the notes and everything.
Okay.
Oh,
But
Yeah, we'll do that.
this ain't my first rodeo with a 10-star brother. I love this.
This is my first. I believe I might have tried this at one point, but I don't remember.
Listen, I stumbled upon this one time, and the guy told me at the liquor store. I asked him, I said, "Do you guys get a lot of this?" And he said, "No." I think, and
No.
I remember where I was, and he said, "You might want to buy that." And
This
he really, I was like, okay.
this is an allocated bottle that's only like $17.
Did they take it off the allocated list,
No,
or is
they
it
did
still
not.
allocated? Okay, I knew yeah. Anyway,
It is still allocated.
bastards.
I had my mom go get one, and my cousin went and got one from Kroger in Washington Courthouse
Solid bottle, man.
Bastards.
It's a solid bottle.
for
So-
$17. Come on.
Only thing I don't like liquor in plastic. Just me.
It's
That's just me.
there's a good listen. It's like when I go and all they have in Quality House is a bottle like that in
I
plastic.
know,
I
I
refuse
know.
to buy it. I'm like, I'm not doing that because I feel so trashy when I do.
It's not about being trashy. I feel environmentally
yourself.
unsafe. Well, I'm trashy.
I said I feel personally
But
trashy.
Anthony, what I'm saying is I feel trashy for so many other reasons. The plastic liquor bottle.
Can we go through those reasons?
Nope.
Why not? Just one reason. What's one? One other one. What's one other reason?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
I love you. So, but yeah,
But
let's do
anyway.
this. Dylan, you start us out on the taste and smell and rate it and
I mean,
do your thing to it.
I'm not going to say what I get out of it, like the notes, because I have it up in front of me. So it's kind of
Secret-
cheating.
Secrets don't make friends.
But I give this smell a 7.
Oh.
I'm a strong on this one.
Oh yeah.
It's a great smell.
What do you give it 0 to 10?
7.
7.
7, my bad.
Do you guys get brown sugar?
He was on his phone.
I was texting.
You get brown sugar?
Big time.
And what's
Yep.
for a young bourbon, like I mean not a young bourbon, for a bourbon on the cheaper end, I feel like it's got a more expensive smell. If that, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the nose doesn't give it very much justice as far as what
It
this bourbon
smells hot,
costs.
in my opinion. So I smell the heat.
Oh, okay. You smell heat. I get a little bit of that, but I don't think it's overbearing. But I do smell some ethanol, alcohol, or whatever they.
Uncle Joe, you left the ice maker open.
Damn it! Can you reach it?
No. You are like a child sometimes. I got to get an on air thing that says when we're on air, I got to remind you to shut the ice maker. And you're trying to get the fat boy to get up and do it.
Can you reach it?
No, I can't reach it without moving.
I'll use the good titanium knee to get up.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. Use the titanium to get you there. I got to use all my originals. It's correct. Yeah, don't you? He just gave me the finger, dude.
I pointed. I was like,
Son of a.
"You
So-
son of a."
So Ian, what it's saying online is 6 years.
How old is it? Is that what he asked?
Yeah, he said, how long is the age?
Dude, it throws me off because it says 10 star.
Yeah, I
Right.
know.
So I think it means 10 year.
Well, it's,
I-
benchmark 8 isn't aged 8 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
It's very
completely,
misleading.
threw me off by the first time I saw benchmark 8. I was like, "Oh, that's 8 years," and they were like, "No."
I would have bet money that it was like just and I think they probably do that as a ploy, right?
I would think it's a marketing strategy.
Yeah, for sure. And like, unless you're talking to somebody that's a whiskey connoisseur, they're not going to know the difference. You're going to tell them it's a 10 year and they're going to believe you.
That
So,
old fashioned is delicious. I've already smashed. This
what's
sucker.
better than this at $17? I can think of one,
What'd you say?
and I think it's under this. I could be wrong. Evan Williams bottled
Oh.
and bond.
See, mine would be 4 Roses, and it's $5 more. So,
See,
So
that's what I mean. You know, what
so
I mean,
it's
that,
up
that
there
would be that would be my closest.
It's up there with some very quality bourbons.
this is better than Quality House.
You think so?
I think when you put this up, this is right there with that bottom shelf 4 Roses. You know what I mean? Like for the money. and
That's the round bottle, not the.
yes,
yeah,
just
yeah.
a straight.
That's a good one, man.
It really. You know what? I'm going to buy one of those next.
Let me ask you this: is that bottle better than, like, let's say, a Jack Daniels?
In my opinion,
Yeah,
yes.
I think so too.
because I'm not a that.
Well, just out of curiosity, just like your basic ones out there, people that don't really drink whiskey and they go get their Jim, Jack, and just the what else,
Right.
Evan, like the cheaper or the more common whiskeys. I would say that single barrel by 4 Roses is better than all of those.
Do you know who has a very popular brand of whiskey out there, and it actually isn't bad, and they do a lot of flavors?
Now, is it like a celebrity one?
Nope.
I was gonna guess the Bob Dylan's Heaven's Door.
No, this is a cheaper one. No. I'm going more of affordable. Bird
No.
Dog.
They're weird.
Their whiskey,
I have a 7-year up here.
it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
When you say it's not good, but it's not bad,
It's not good as far
I'm
as
lost.
it's not like it doesn't contend with some of the heavy hitters, but it's a good solid bourbon. To me, it was kind of lacking in it felt thin. I didn't feel like it had a lot of age to it. I felt like it might have been a young bourbon. Even the 7-year, like I said, it didn't. To me, there's other bourbon I think have less age on them that are a little more age tasting.
So let me. Okay, so here's a top of my head. If I could think of one bottle better than that, I think I know what it is.
Are you talking about better
Well,
than the Ancient Age?
Yeah, Weller Green Label at $23.
Yep.
I'd agree with that.
That beats it.
Yep.
Now, I don't know what happened there at Kagan Cork or how they end up getting all these cases of Green Weller.
It's everywhere, dude.
Yeah. So remember
Because I
when-
went to Wineworks and they said no, we don't have it.
Well,
remember
it's
when
hit and miss as far as who gets it, but the places that have gotten them, they've gotten. I've heard that like up to 5 cases.
remember how recently every product of Buffalo Trace allocated line has gone down for like a month or so?
Yeah,
What I am starting to think is they're upping their productions. So there's like Uncle Joey just said, there's a lot of stores that have been getting 5-6 cases at a time.
mhm.
And I think if it continues this trend, Weller Green Label is going to become unallocated
It could.
and it's going to be on the shelf every day.
I hope it would because
I'm-
that'd be an everyday
My,
drinker.
my
for me.
only concern with that is their quality going to drop?
Nah. My guess is, and I'm just curious about this, if they've been sitting on all this allocated bourbon because they've been waiting on what's been happening there, their production to increase. Now they're going to slowly start sliding. I would love to see this I would love to know, first of all, how many warehouses OHLQ owns and has property of, and how much liquor they have in them and how they do it. I would love to see their Weller warehouse. I would love to see their stock, because I almost feel like they're just sitting on piles of it.
Or is it the distillery themselves?
No, I think it's the state. I think they ship it to the state and the state sits on it.
I'd like to talk to somebody that would know that.
Right,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would love if there's any tag OHLQ. I would love any OHLQ employees that could at least answer the question. Are there just stockpiles of certain bourbons just sitting waiting for them to say, okay, release this, or do you guys control how you release it? Is it the distilleries or is it the state?
Well, it could be a little bit of both, because if you think about the Weller situation that we're rolling into right now, it was just a few months back that they stopped the line for Weller to upgrade it. And then all of a sudden places are getting 5 or 6 cases. So
Well,
they
this-
might have just been stocking up and then putting it out.
There's
Yeah.
a couple different sides to it. See, I heard this kind of side of it. So Buffalo Trace, Sazerac, they're all owned by Sazerac now, I believe. So Fireball is also a Sazerac product. So what a friend of mine was kind of his angle on it was liquor stores that sell a lot of Fireball will also get a larger allotment of allocated bourbons, because they're all coming from the same place. So if you're selling a lot of Fireball, they're probably going to give your place a lot of allocated bourbon to help boost your other business. But that's not like that.
You scratch my back, I scratch your back. kind
Yeah,
of thing.
but it's not proven truth. This is not coming from anybody reliable.
Where'd you hear this from?
A friend of mine that's kind of in the alcohol business a little bit, he said it kind of makes sense, because it kind of seems like the state stores that get all the good stuff are also the ones that are pumping the most Fireball through it.
Right. And you just brought up Saz. That's what a lot of people don't realize when it comes to Buffalo Trace. Not all their products are made at Buffalo Trace. Some of them are made at Saz. Like this bottle right here, it's made by the
What
brand,
bottle?
the Ancient Age 10
Okay.
Star. It is made by Age International, and that's the same company that makes Blanton's, Rock Hill Farms, Elmer T. Lee. Like it's all under Buffalo Trace,
Mhm.
The umbrella of
but there's a bunch of sub companies out there.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's that's the one thing that surprised me the most when I started getting into whiskey. Or just even like moonshine. You know, you have moonshiners that create a product and then they go to a distiller to make it.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of Jeffersons that's created over there on the other side of the river there in a tiny little spot where they make the billy goat. You know, it's interesting how but Jefferson's is also made other places. So I find that interesting. I've never, I never realized
Right.
how many hands could be involved with a whiskey.
So before we get too far down the rabbit hole here, what did you guys rate this on taste?
I've not drank mine yet.
10 probably. I mean,
Really?
sitting at $17 with that smell and that taste. I mean, I think it tastes a little hot. But value wise, I think it's a 10 for me.
And you don't get very many 10s. I know you like the most bang for your buck. So
It's
that makes a
90
lot of sense for you.
and that's at 90 proof, by the way, Anthony.
Yeah, and I can tell when I swallow it doesn't have the heat, but it smells like it.
That's
it really
actually
doesn't have heat in the taste. It really,
Yeah.
to me.
That's actually funny you say that, Anthony, because the review I was reading here on it from the Bourbon Culture,
Mhm.
the guy put on here that the first drink was good, but then the second drink, to get more flavors and aromas, he swished it in his mouth,
Mhm.
and he said his mouth was just on fire.
Yeah.
So it's the way you drink it too. If
Oh,
you're
of course.
just yeah,
It's solid. It's a
So
good bourbon.
Ian Low Big E's, he just responded in the comments, Uncle Joe. He said that he's talked to a couple liquor store owners and they say that the state determines how many bottles each of the bourbon, like each bourbon a store were to get.
and
And I'm
So-
curious if that's based on how much Fireball they're selling.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I would have never thought that.
which actually kind of makes sense because Anthony, how many times have I messaged you and I've told you like on a Friday, hey, my buddy just left Kroger in London. They have all this stuff.
Yeah.
And neither one of us have time to go.
Yeah.
But
I was
Kroger,
surprised with Kagan Cork, dude. It
Yeah.
was, what day was that? Was that yesterday or
was that Friday?
it wasn't the day they released it? That's what I thought was
No,
crazy. They've
it
been
wasn't the
sitting on
day
it
they
for
released
days.
it.
And what day do they release on at Kagan Cork? Do you know?
I thought it
Wednesday?
was Wednesdays.
That's what I thought. Do you know, Uncle Joey?
Nope.
Because Wineworks is
They've all
Saturday.
changed them. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
changed them.
Well, so Kagan Cork, they're a weird one.
He's a
I talked
Yeah.
to their guy.
Never
And-
mind. I'll be nice.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Uncle Joey.
I talked to their manager one day and asked him like what days they release. He was like, "Look, he's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Normally it's a Wednesday when we get our truck.
Is the man, was he white hair guy?
No,
Oh.
but he said if we get a truck on Monday and there's allocated items, we're putting it straight on the shelf.
Yeah, they don't hold it.
They
Yeah.
do not hold for
No,
a
but-
specific date.
But they're like everybody else. They're
But
not.
the owner, I have heard, will take bottles. The good bottles that he gets, he will take them. that's what I've heard.
That's that.
I don't know that to be true.
I
I
can't
never
confirm
witnessed
or
it,
deny, but I've
we've been
also
told
heard,
that.
and I have also been told he is a very big E.H. Taylor fan.
Yep.
And I've been told that there is very, very far and few between that an E.H. Taylor has ever actually hit the shelf. At
Hey,
that.
and if you own the store and you can do that legally, then do it. I mean, if that's your thing, but I do know 6:00 in the morning when these whiskeys are dropping, there's people camping out in those
Oh,
parking
yeah.
lots, and that's bringing
Sometimes-
customers in there.
Sometimes the night before. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone to it the night before, Uncle Joey?
Never the night before.
What's the earliest you've gone for a drop?
You want me to admit it?
Yeah. I
4:30.
by yourself?
I mean, I wasn't the only one there, but I was.
No, I just didn't know. Like
I
the
was
wife
the
didn't
first
go.
one there.
Okay.
I just find it funny. We've many times talked about going and doing it,
Never have.
and the night before we're like, yeah, we're not getting up.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. I have been 3 times, maybe 4, at Keg and Cork before 5 a.m.
Or you at Kagan Cork?
I'm sorry, Wineworks.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't think you really shop at
No,
Kagan Cork.
I don't. Nope.
There was that one day.
I never go to Kagan Cork because you never know if they're making pizzas.
I don't-
Oh, dude,
don't
they've been
even
making
get me
them recently.
started on that one.
I know.
They've been making 'em
Yeah, but
recently.
that oven's broken down all the time.
Dude, I walked in there to get this the other day because my buddy told me they had them, and I was skeptical. I was like, yeah, they're probably gone because we know how reliable OHLQ is.
Very.
So I walked in. Hey, what's up, Sean? But I walked in and it just smelled so good.
Is that Rigsby?
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Hold on, I'm trying to read here. I'm doing shit that I say don't read comments during Facebook.
No, you're
but
good.
What did
So,
Ian just say?
Ian just is talking about the Ancient Age 10 star. He said it's a high rye mash bill. It's actually mash bill number 2, which is very common. With what, Anthony?
I don't know.
So that's the same mash bill as your Blantons.
Isn't that what I said earlier?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
E.H. Taylor, your Blantons,
man's
your Elmer
Blanton.
T. Lee. It's the same mash bill.
Yeah.
But he says high rye mash bill. He's noticed from distilling with rye, the more you use, the hotter your end product will taste.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm gonna give a real quick shout out. I see my man doing this a lot on his podcast. Shout out, Sean. Got your bottle of water right here, brother.
Yeah. We don't do that in there.
I always have a bottle.
Get rid of the water.
Nah, bro. You gotta hydrate.
To be fair, I was drinking water before I even came. So
I usually have
To
my
be
glass. I
fair-
left my glass at home.
I would never ever do that.
Well,
Not on this. I'm just kidding. I love it.
Uncle
you know
Joey,
me, it's a Coke Zero most of the
Uncle
time.
Yeah.
Joey is all about responsible alcoholism.
So I do want to sit back for just a second. You know, I have personally gotten tons of emails over the last week or so pertaining to the last episode that came out of American Whiskey.
Wow.
It was a great interview with a great guy, Lawrence Pritchard.
Shout him out.
He was he at the festival? Was he at where was he?
no, he was at a local brewery there.
That's
Um,
yeah, he was at a brewery. That's right. So we were having a great interview, and I'm not going to go in great detail. If you were watching it, you know,
We appreciate
we
those
appreciate
that
it.
watched. Yeah,
Yep.
we do.
but I very, very, very bottom of my heart, I truly want to thank everyone that has, you know, that reached out with support with us, and had our backs and just showed us the amount of love you guys showed was it was awesome for us. So
it really was. Thanks,
we
man.
actually I just didn't know if it was this was it, man. When that happened, I was like, this is it. Like
And
all the work.
To
it's
add to that,
going.
Lawrence, you handled that like a fucking champ,
Yeah. So but
like a professional.
yeah, so I just wanted to shout everybody else.
Thank you,
out.
everybody.
You know, if we weren't going to go long today, we just want to hop on here and have a sip with you guys. But yeah, man, it was it's been a good ride so far. We're excited. I think Uncle Joey and I will be on here live on Tuesday.
Maybe Sean can join if you're free, Sean.
Yeah. Big Easy or Sean or both of you guys. I don't know what you're doing. We need to get Dan Gray on here. And speaking of old Dan Gray, I do want to mention, do not forget to get your tickets now for the Farm to Bottle Festival, August 25th through 27th at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in Wilmington, Ohio. There's going to be a lot of things to do. There's going to be a lot of alcohol. There's going to be, you know, an experience that you're not going to get probably anywhere. You're going to learn how moonshine is made. You're going to meet these guys that are making this magic stuff, and the art and what they put into it, the blood, the sweat, the tears. It's all going to be there. And of course, American Whiskey will be there. I believe Still Talking's going to be there, right, Big Easy? Is that right, Sean? I think
Catfish.
Catfish is going to be there. So you guys aren't going to want to miss this. So mark it on your calendars. If you guys have any questions, let me know, or Dan Gray or the Still Talking boys, we can help you out. So, and we're going to be there all 3 days. We're actually going to be going live. So the whole time. So
Be prepared.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yeah, man.
Anybody
can say
You're
anything.
muted.
I just feel
See ya.
I just feel like you know, this event is building steam. It's building, it's getting strong. We've got a lot of support. You guys in the moonshine community, you guys are awesome. Through everybody sharing it, liking it, and loving it. I think this is going to be an awesome event. It's going to bring a lot of people together. There's going to be a lot of good conversations. Going to be a lot of stories told and recipes talked about, and man, it's just going to be a good time, man. And I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very
Earl.
excited about it. Yeah, you know, we're going to get to interview a lot more of you guys. You know, what we're really about right now. We've kind of turned our page a little bit sometimes, and we get into the Ohio moonshiners. And that's kind of what we're doing. We want to talk to all you guys, man. Interview, talk to, text, anything you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Get a hold of us. If you guys want to get on, reach out to us, man. We want to get every one of you guys some publicity, some exposure, and let the world know about you guys. Ohio moonshine is strong.
No,
And
absolutely.
you guys need to be represented and talked about.
I
and,
think Lawrence hit it hard the other night
yeah,
when
Lawrence,
he said,
I tell you what,
Ohio does not get enough shout outs for being the place to get the moonshine.
Ohio's
So,
got a strong moonshine community. You guys are do an awesome job, and we appreciate you. You guys have welcomed us. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. This podcast, we're on the fence. We're whiskey, but we all are falling in love with this moonshine, and the more we drink, the more we like.
And
Yeah.
to even add to that a little bit, I know we've discussed here and there. We don't even mind to have brewers on here.
mhm.
Yeah.
We'll sit here and discuss and drink beer with people. I
We
know
drink
we've,
beer
Yeah.
every
we've
now
drank
and then.
a bunch
drink
of
a lot
different
of
kind of
beer.
beers.
Yeah.
Uncle
So-
Joey does not.
We just want to support local and support big businesses.
Absolutely.
too.
Ohio is awesome. Anybody in Ohio, if you make, brew, distill, reach out to us, man. We'd love to hear from you.
And
We'd
here's the
love to
other
talk to
thing
you.
I want people to realize this is called America and whiskey. It doesn't even have to be, if you're a business owner that makes yo-yos and you want to get on here and talk
If you,
about your
if you hand
yo-yos,
carve your yo-yos, yes.
yeah, hop. I don't even give a shit if you hand
If
carve them.
If
You
you
just,
put bottles in ships in
Yeah,
bottles.
I don't care.
We don't
Hop
care.
on. We want to talk to you guys. So what makes small town America, baby? That's what we're all about. So did Big Easy said something on there, right, Dylan? You want to?
So
Big Easy, we just got to have you on one night, brother.
He just hit that. He said he can't. Go ahead, Dylan.
So Ian just said, I'm in Florida for the week. Sean and I are going to invade your set with release jars and peach brandy week after this when
You
I get
bet.
back.
Yeah.
Me and Sean were messaging a little bit today. Listen, guys, he mentioned the word
The boys come clutch.
Listen, Sean mentioned the words banana brandy to me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he said him and Ian are big into the fruits right now. And shout out, boys. Sean Rigsby,
That
Ian
you
Lowe.
are.
We appreciate you guys, man. We really do.
So whatever day we do this, I'm eating a loaf of bread before I come over.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the next day off of work.
Well, is there anything we want to add, Dylan?
We good.
Dylan, do you have anything to add? We good, buddy?
Matt, nice to see you jump in here. Matt just jumped in. He said banana is amazing.
Who is it? Matt.
Matt Lemaster.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What's up, Matt Lemaster?
Shout out.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay. I'm going to break this down one more time for you guys. Just one more time because I set a goal for myself or for the podcast for the end of
Speaking
August.
for us.
Yeah. If you guys can go on to Spotify, follow it if you're not, and 5-star us. We're trying to reach a goal. And we're going to do something pretty cool when we reach that. And Apple Podcasts, you can go on there and give us a 5-star rating, follow it, and maybe even add a comment about how sexy I am or something. So just or whatever. So shut up, Uncle Joey.
So Anthony, one last question
Yes,
that
sir.
was just put in there. If you want to hit on it real quick, Doug Ketterman just asked if the league was filling up.
Here,
Hey, we got to do
how many
something
do
about
we,
that.
we gotta regroup on this and figure out how many we have. Do you remember how many we had? so far?
Probably
Nope.
we
We
want to,
don't. Let's
we'll
not
have to
say
regroup.
anything.
We'll have
Yeah.
to regroup.
Yes, we are in the works of we have a lot of people, Doug. That's the best way to put it. So we got to figure it out. But are we still accepting? If you're interested, just comment on here. You might be able to win a bunch of
We're going to do a
bottles.
wheel. We are going to do a wheel, I think.
Yes,
for some,
yes.
some
Well,
couple
like
spots.
we said, if you want to be guaranteed you're supplying a bottle, which we've had a lot of feedback with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we got a lot of people. doing
So even then, we might have to have a wheel to have
Yeah.
people donate a bottle in.
it. Or we start 2 leagues. I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna play it by ear. We're gonna talk about it some more, and we'll let you guys know very soon.
Oh yeah.
all right, guys. So don't forget, tune in, like us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We love you guys. As always, I'm Big Sturge,
Justice League,
And I'm Uncle Joey.
and we are
American Whiskey. Thanks, everybody. Peace.